How's it? Today is Friday, August 23rd. We are so back. Like, actually, this time. I feel pretty good today. Today's a big Friday, so we're snatching 95 for 5 singles, clean and jerk 120 for 5 1+1s, front squats, whatever. Typically, when I say big Friday, I think 90, 120. That's my minimum range, is 90, 120. So last week I only did 90 and 115. That's kind of a change up because of my shoulder. Today, things felt pretty good. I feel like today was just so much better than Monday was, then definitely better than Tuesday, also better than Wednesday. And it's so crazy because, these were just a few days ago. And I feel like my body feels the same, like, pain-wise. Like, my shoulder's still not okay. It's not like 100%, but it's still sticky. It still has a lot of issues. But it feels like I'm just moving better today. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. One thing I was thinking about today that I think was really pivotal for my success was kind of lifting with my arms. I was thinking wet noodle. Just be a wet noodle. Wet noodle, wet noodle, wet noodle. That's all I was thinking about for my snatches specifically. And I think that helped a lot. A lot of times when I think about my issues for tempo and positioning relative to tempo on the snatch, this is my last one right here. A lot of my issues are me over pulling with my arms. So I'm just thinking make my arms like a little wet noodle, like a al dente noodle. That's all I care about. And from there, it's like if I have the proper upper back tension to start the lift, then everything goes pretty well. And that's something that I've been working on, that upper back tension, for 6 weeks at this point. So it would just feel weird if I hadn't gotten a habit or haven't built a habit out of it. And to me, this was very very, very confidence inducing, because 95 today is going to be what I'm supposed to do for doubles on Monday. And last week 90 didn't feel super great, and then I shit the bed on 90 for doubles on Monday. So with the way that today felt, it's like, okay, realistically I can do doubles at 95. I've done them before, but am I in good enough shape to do that? Yeah, maybe. I don't know, but given the way I lifted today, that is more indicative of me actually being successful on Monday. And so that is something that I'm looking forward to quite a bit. You see here, my shoulder is still not super healthy, but I was able to do all my clean jerks with no real problems, aside from me, I was very lightheaded on most of these. I feel like that's the same thing that was happening last week. I don't think that these are super difficult, and honestly anyway, aside from me just having to put out a shit ton of effort. These are really I feel like there's a lot of leeway for the way that I was lifting today. Similarly to my snatches, I was also thinking about keeping my arms little al dente noodles, and I think that helped a lot. But kind of more important than that would have been my ability to get my elbow on my right arm around the bar, because look at me here, I'm lightheaded. If I don't get my right elbow around the bar, then my shoulder is going to inhibit me from really getting into the position to actually catch the bar. And that is something that I was experiencing at the warm-up weights at 60. But then it feels like if I give myself that emphasis on technique, then it honestly almost fixes itself on the next rep. And you see there, my elbow kind of gets around real quick. These last two cleans, I want to say, are a little bit different as far as the way that I'm looking at the lifts. I'm looking at them here, and I feel like I'm really just kind of pulling myself under the bar, whereas the other ones, it felt like I was actually extending. Look at this. That was a little bit more of an extension in the fourth set, but yeah, I don't know. I made them all. I made all my lifts today, so That's 10 for 10. And then also my triples on the front squat. So 16 for 16, something like that. Look at me here. I am like, woo. Gotta lean on the wall there. Um, After that, I just did my front squats. So up to 135, which is 5 kilos more than last week. Ideally, I would keep these like 15 kilos ahead of what I'm doing, because realistically, I should be able to front squat way more than I'd be cleaning. All right, so 135 is a weight that I've clean and jerked within the last like 2 months, but it's also super heavy for me for legs at least. Like you can see me struggling here. I feel like today was a little bit better than last week as far as that sort of upper back flexion, like mitigating the upper back flexion. So I'm trying to get into a little bit more of a neutral position, like there. Like I'm looking at the side angle here. It doesn't stay like that. And then definitely this last rep was probably the worst of the 6 that I did. But it is what it is. Yeah, you see there. But I mean, again, I didn't miss it, so super happy with that. Yeah, today was just kind of came together, and I wasn't expecting it to do so, because I started actually tracking my sleep and everything, and my HRV was like at 30 today. Yesterday it was at 22, which I don't train on Thursdays, but that's actually horrendous. So I was like, don't know how that's gonna affect me. It didn't really affect me today, so that's a good thing. Did some pull-ups and then some dragon flags. I'm kind of trying to bring these back in. Trying to do a set of 5. Like that's my goal. So today I did total reps 5. So pretty far away from that. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Shoots.